I want to do a review on my new trimmer that I've had for probably about 2-3 months now. It's the Maruyama B30L Turbo. I wanted to give this some time before I actually did a review. That's basically how I do all my reviews. I wait till I've had some time on them. Okay, so with this trimmer, I really don't have anything bad to say about it. I've got a couple things that I kind of dislike about it, but other than that, I mean, it's really not bad. The first thing is this right here. Let's see if I can do it. It's a throttle lock, and it locks it about halfway, maybe a third to halfway, something like that. And this comes in really handy when you're just doing like weekly trimming, like along a fence line or something like that, because you can just lock it in there and you can just one hand this thing. I mean, but at the same time, I find it getting stuck when I don't really want it to. When I'm weed eating, it'll hit the side of my hip and it'll lock even when I don't want it to. This handle, kinda comfortable, kinda not. It's really small. I mean, I'm used to one that comes up like this, kinda, and it's really small. It is cushy, feels good on the hand, but it's a little small and takes a little bit of time to get used to it. There's two features that I really like. Technically, probably three features. The first feature that I have that I really like is the fact that these do not use the paper filters that you have to throw away and keep buying. It uses the old foam filters that you take out, you wash, and then you oil before you put back in. So on one hand, yes, it does take longer to clean, but you don't have that added expense of having all those filters on hand, because I know the filters for my Red Max were like $5-6 a piece, something like that, and I'd probably use 4 or 5 of them a season. So that's one thing that I did kind of like. It's just like this. Oop, needs to be cleaned off. I haven't cleaned it since I've had it, so it's kind of dirty. But so the main reason that I like this is, like I said, the cost savings. And I mean, it may not be saving me a lot, but it's kind of a good idea, I think, as far as when you're solo and working for yourself, every dollar you spend is a dollar you didn't keep in your pocket to pay for stuff that we work for. Another thing that I haven't liked about it is the casing. Now, I will give them credit. This casing right here has not got hot on me one time. I totally thought it was going to, because it's just solid metal, but it has not burned my arm at all. This does not get hot, so everything's really really easy, because that's one thing that if you notice right here, they covered the spark plug, and that's one thing that weed eaters tend to have a lot of problems with, is the coil going bad, and it'll shock you through your arm. They've totally prevented you from having to touch your arm to that, so it eliminates that. The other thing that I really like about it, well, hold on, let me get back to this. This right here, I don't know if you can see it. I know the camera doesn't show up well when I'm looking at stuff on the camera, but this right here has, I guess, I don't know what you would call it, but it's like oxidized or something. And it's from when I've gotten stuck out in the rain while I'm out working. So that is one kind of downside. Probably need to clean that off and try to keep it dry. But ain't much you can do when you get caught out raining. Now this is their speed feed head, okay? And I've been watching all these people doing videos about putting the bolts in the bottom of them, and Maruyama actually made theirs with a metal insert on the bottom so that there is that metal piece there to prevent it from wearing down as much and possibly breaking and everything like that. It's a little bit different than the speed feed. As you can see right there, there's that arrow right there. That arrow is not on this side, and what that means is that you can only put it in when it's right here. You can't run it through either side like you can on a speed feed, but it still works exactly as a speed feed does. It's just I'm assuming that's how they got away with, you know, getting by patents and things like that. All in all, though, I totally would recommend this brand if you have a dealer. I mean, I totally could understand having some issues, because even though this is a good trimmer, I can stand behind this trimmer and say that it's solid, it works good. You need dealer support. That's the most important thing that you can have. I hadn't had to buy any parts or anything like that, so I really haven't had to deal with finding out what the support's like. I know that there's a local dealer, and so that puts me at a little bit more at ease buying some of this stuff. It is what it is. I'm pretty happy with this. I just wanted to give my review on it. I had a couple people ask about it, and I think this is the highest model in the BL line. Let me look that up just so I'm clear. Let's see. BL 30 RB 30 B 30